Hi everyone, I hope you are having a lovely day today. This is your daily tarot reading for August 17th, 2018. I do hope this week has been a lovely one for all of you out there. So let's get started. I'm going to ask for your overall energy for this day. What is the overall energy for whomever this reading is meant for? For Friday, August 17th, 2018. You have Pandora's gift. So there will be a gift for you today. That could be something like a new type of knowledge. It could be an actual gift. I mean, like someone just comes out of nowhere and gives you something and it's like, hey, I was thinking of you. I got you this gift. Here you go. Whatever it is, it's something that's being brought to you that is meant to help you expand your consciousness and help expand your knowledge. So today is a day for you to just accept whatever gifts come to you with graciousness, with kindness. Just say thank you. Someone gives you something. Whether it's something you think you need or not, it might be something that you need in the long run. This could also be a gift from within, and this could have to do with your internal feelings about shame and about just how you are supposed to be something according to society or according to your family or what have you. And so you're kind of holding on to this negative energy, the shame energy that is making you kind of want to punish yourself. And this is telling you that you are a gift, that you have light within yourself. You have something to offer. You have more to offer than you might think. And it is time for you to look at that light that's within you. It's time for you to look at the gift that you are and that you have to offer the world. So let's see what your aspirational energy is. That may help us get a little bit more information on what this gift is about, what this card is alluding to. So you have the Three of Wands. So whatever it is that you have been dealing with, whether it is that shame-based thing, or whether it's something new being brought to you, being offered to you, know that there is change that will be involved in this, and there is hope for you in the future. There is light for you. But you may need to go through some sort of emotional change, and you may even have to release parts of yourself that you've held on to, and that could include the shame that you might be dealing with inside, or these negative self-punishing energies that you're facing. So it's time to release some of the things that have not been serving you and not look back at them. Don't let these things hold you back and keep you from going through this emotional journey that you need to go through. I'm not sure if you can hear, but there's like construction going on outside of my window. And I'm going to try to minimize the sound of that, but if I fail, that's just what that is, and I do apologize if it is distracting. Let's see what your challenge is on the physical level for this day. This is involving your projects, your jobs, your body, your health, how you deal with and respond to those things. This will tell us something about what's going on with you on the physical level, on the physical realm. So you have the Devil. Today you might be feeling a bit of fear and a bit of worry about whatever it is that is going on. And if this does have to do with overcoming these negative internal ideals and this shame-based existence that you're facing, then you're more afraid of your own strength. You're more afraid of your own abilities and your own power. That makes a lot of sense concerning the readings that we've been getting lately. You have a lot that you are able to do and that you are able to offer, but you're kind of afraid of letting that out, and you're afraid of letting your own power grow. for whatever reason, and it could be because you've been told that this is wrong, that there is a childhood, um, that there was a childhood kind of programming that you underwent, whether that was from family or friends or school, where when you did try to do something good or great, or you tried to create something that you thought was cool, you were shut down and told that, you're showing off, or that what you're doing is making you stuck up, or you think you're better than everyone else, or that's not what our family does, or blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, you were kind of forced to take on this idea that trying too hard and being and exposing your gift and letting your own light shine is the wrong thing to do. And you're facing kind of a fear, kind of a confusion even. There are like two sides of you. There's a side of you that wants to pursue this and wants to make this happen. But then there's this side of you that keeps saying, if I do this, I'm going to fail. Or if I do this, my family's not going to like me anymore. My friends aren't going to like me anymore. Or I'm going to be the jerk in this situation if I try to break away from this company I'm in, or anything like that. You're kind of just feeling like trying to improve is going to hurt someone else, or trying to improve is going to make someone not like you, or it's going to cause some sort of spiritual dissonance for you, where you are trying to be better, but everything around you is telling you that that's not right, because the things that are telling you this don't want you to be better. Whether that's friends, family, your own inner insecurities, whatever it is that's telling you this is afraid of you getting better, of you being as fully authentic and as fully open and as fully wild as you can be, of you being as spiritually authentic and going through spiritual growth. Whatever it is, it's afraid of making that happen. So let's see how you can overcome that. And I do think, because this isn't on the physical plane, I do think it might have to do with not only your inner voice, but with friends or family or someone outside of you whose opinion you've trusted, or who, like, if you were a child, you had no choice but to trust their opinion. You had no choice but to trust them telling you that that's not the way things are done. Like, our family doesn't do things that way, or people in our position don't behave that way. A very personal example of that is the way that I talk. And when I was a kid, I kept being accused of trying to be better than I am because I talk the way I talk, because I can be I got made fun of a lot for pronouncing my words all the way. Okay, that's kind of nonsense, but that is a thing that happens. That is a mentality that certain communities can possess, is that trying to be good, or trying to be, I don't want to say good, but trying to being different in a way that the overall community isn't, can often be seen as being bad, being odd, and not actually fitting all of the criteria of the community that you're a part of, can lead to a lot of humiliation. It can lead to bullying. It can lead to not being sure of yourself, not being sure of who you are inside, thinking that the way you are is somehow wrong because you're not like everybody else around you. And so that leads you to growing up with this kind of disconnect from your own authentic self. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here today. And the way we overcome this is with the Hanging Man and the Five of Swords. So you have to, I don't want to use the word fight because that sounds too harsh, but yeah, you have to fight for who you are. Fight for your weirdness. Accept it and embrace it. You are so kind of caught up and lost and confused about how to pursue things because you're denying your own authenticity. You're denying, again, you're denying your own inner light, that power that you possess. You're holding yourself back, and that's mainly out of fear. You're not really willing to take that leap of faith yet. But this is telling you that what you're doing right now is holding yourself back, and it is something that you can overcome, and you need to fight for that individuality. You need to fight for that light that is within you. Fight for that weirdness or strange ideas or differences that have made you stand out, that have been a source of humiliation or shame for you. Let that, instead of being something you are against, let that be something you embrace. Because if you allow yourself to embrace it, you will free yourself from this weird discomfort, this disconnect that you're dealing with. So let's see what's going on internally on your mental, spiritual, and emotional level. What is your challenge today on that level for Friday, August 17th, 2018? You have the Fool. It's actually what I was kind of thinking about back over here. With this is saying that you're kind of afraid to take that leap of faith and you're holding yourself back. This is saying almost the same thing. You have this own drum. You have this uniqueness about you, but you're afraid of it. You're fighting against it, okay? This card is saying that you need to march to the beat of your own drum. That's what this card is usually saying. And since it's in your challenge position, I'm getting that you're resisting that. You're resisting this individuality. You're resisting this part of yourself that makes you special and puts you on that path for greatness, okay? This light that's inside of you, whatever this is that you have been going against, whatever this shame about yourself that you've been feeling, you need to embrace that. And this is saying that you're just fighting it. You're not really wanting to accept that you're different in some way. You're not wanting to accept that there's something unique about you, something special about you. You'd rather be normal. You'd rather fit in with the crowd. You'd rather not stand out. And standing out may have been something that has been negative for you in your experience. Like I said, childhood kind of programming can create this thing where we hate our strangeness, where we hate our individuality and our uniqueness, and we hate that we don't fit in with the crowd. And that's kind of what you're dealing with right now. You want to fit in with the crowd. You want to be like everybody else, and you don't want to have this difference, but you're not really able to hide it either. It's obvious to you. It's obvious to everyone around you. That's why it's something you've had to deal with for so long, because it's not something you can just pretend isn't there, but you want so badly to do that. So let's see how we can overcome this situation. How can we overcome our challenge on the mental, spiritual, and emotional level for Friday, August 17th, 2018? How can we get over this fear of our own spectacular individualities, of our uniqueness, of whatever it is that makes us weird or strange or stand out in some way that is there? How can we overcome this fear of it? You have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. So it's time for you to stop working so hard against yourself, against your own individuality. It's time for you to time for you to push through whatever it is shame you've been dealing with, whatever it is that's been kind of holding you back, and to let yourself know that this is all for the best. That this uniqueness about you is what sets you apart from everyone else, and that that's a good thing. That this being set apart makes you abundant. That this is going to lead you to great success. If you're able to embrace this side of you, this strangeness that you've been dealing with, it is going to lead you to extreme success. It's going to lead you to more than you may have imagined. And even if there is still a voice telling you that that's not the way that we do things, you can do things your own way. And doing things your own way is going to drastically change your experience. It's going to drastically change the way you feel about yourself and about these things that make you unique. If you just embrace them and go forward that way, you're going to feel more fulfilled. You're going to feel like you're actually on the path to a life that maybe how do I explain? You're going to feel like you're on the path to a greater you, to a healthier you. You're going to be able to embark on this journey of change by letting go of the shame that you're feeling, letting go of this programming that you've dealt with. All right, so find a way to come to terms with that part of yourself, and that's going to lead you into being able to create more. It's going to lead you into being able to understand more about yourself and about why you have this quirk or this uniqueness. And yeah, just whatever it is, if you find a way to work with it and use it for your benefit, it is going to bring you great change, and it's going to bring you gifts. It's going to bring you light and abundance. So let's see what your energy is for the end of this day. How are we going to close out this Friday? How are we going to end this week? You have the Devil again, and the Knight of Cups. So you want to make this change, but I'm getting that at the end of the day, you still have some sort of voices in your ear. You still have some fear about the ramifications of making this change, of accepting your gift and accepting your light. You don't see the whole story. You don't see it as you are able to you don't see it as it's wrong that you were told all this negative stuff, that you were held back, but you're also not seeing how you can overcome that. You realize that you do need to overcome that, but you're not necessarily understanding how. But you want to so bad, and you're like kind of emotionally stuck on pursuing your goals, even without overcoming this. So I'm going to pull one more card just to see what our outcome is if you continue on that path. If you continue going towards your goals without allowing yourself to really look at the programming that you've dealt with, to really look at the shame that you've been feeling and all these conflicting voices that are coming at you about your own uniqueness, about what makes you special. You're not really seeing that yet. You're not letting yourself see what makes you special. So I'm going to see what your outcome is should you continue on this path, and maybe how we can overcome that. So the Empress jumped out, and then I pulled the Chariot. What you need to do is look at yourself on this deeper level. Even though you're kind of hesitant and not wanting to do it, it's time for you to do that, and it's time for you to look at yourself with compassion and treat yourself with love. Know that whatever it is that you want to make happen is in your control, that you have the skill and you need to cultivate the willpower to make these changes. Know that this quirk that you're dealing with is something deserving of love. Okay, it's deserving of care, and it is deserving of compassion and understanding. And you have to make yourself give that compassion and understanding to all of these parts of you, to these parts of you that are even conflicting. All right, you need to open yourself up to understanding that and nurture your own gifts, nurture your light. Give yourself compassion, give yourself love, and push yourself through these negative voices that you've been dealing with. Push yourself through this shame and remind yourself that you're worthy of love. You deserve it, and it is time for you to give it to yourself. It is time for you to accept all parts of yourself, no matter how unique or strange or out there that it may seem to some people. It is time for you to realize that that part of you is a gift, and it is time for you to use that gift so that you can move forward and create change. All right, that is your reading for Friday, August 17th, 2018. I do hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful and guided you. And if it was, let me know in the comments or come find Maiden Circle on Facebook. The link is in the description. Thank you again 1,000 times. And remember always that I love you. Bye.